Aloha everyone, I'm going to try to make this one quick since it's Memorial Day weekend. First off, there was supposed to be 6 long positions for Tuesday, but instead there's 5 because one of the long signals, ECYT, was going to be basically a Fibonacci pullback, 50-day moving average bounce retracement play with all that max green bop. This stock showed up in 2 of my bop scans, green bop for 20 days, max green bop. Would have been a great long, but after hours they announced that they're actually going to have 2, I don't know. It's some ASCO conference. They're going to update on 2 different kind of drugs, I guess, they're developing. So the stupid stock, it made it all the way to 316 after hours on Friday. So forget about this, but hopefully that's a good omen for the rest of these things. The very first long signal I want to go over is TGS. TGS, this is a half-ass cancelum quality stock. This thing's got like a 97 composite rating. It has a 99 relative strength rating and has a 79 EPS rating. And on a technical pattern overall, I would give this chart basically a 8.5 out of 10. It loses half a star because of the red bop that's in it, and it loses 1 star because the symmetry of this consolidation isn't the same as the symmetry of the previous uptrend, even from the November lows. But overall, this is a very, very nice move. I love that how we consolidated here sideways in this consolidation pattern. Below average volume on the down days, above average volume on the up days, and the green bop. Like I said, I don't like that we got that red bop here. I don't like that we had that uptrend with all the red bop there. You take away that, I would really like this chart. But as it is, it's just a very strong signal. Still, that being said, it's too strong of a signal. Too big of a move on Friday overall. Stock shut up 6.89%, well past its pivot point area of 1552. So what I want to do, since the stock is so far extended from the 200-day moving average, I want to get long this stock using a limit order at 1553. My first cut loss level is going to be 1478. You could also use 1466 and then 1450, the recent lows. For me, I want to do 1478 and then the recent lows of 1450, but I don't want to pay more than 1553. Like I said, I really like this technical pattern. I was extremely impressed when I saw that it had a 97 composite, 99 RS with that 79 EPS. If it would have had an 80 EPS, that would have been much better. But overall, very, very, very solid signal. This was in my price volume BOP surge scan, 1% for that. And it's not cancelum quality, but it's trying to be cancelum quality, so I'll give it 1% for that. So this is a 2% long signal. Once again, 1553, 1478. You can also use 1466, 1450, my final stop. Then there's TLYS. TLYS didn't make any main scan or secondary scan. It was in my tertiary scan simply because it had above average volume on Friday. If it wouldn't have had above average volume, though, I would never have seen this stock because it's not cancelum quality. But as it is an earnings winner. It's been on it showed up in my scans both on obviously Wednesday and Thursday, and then on Friday finally in a buyable position, closing near the high of the day after doing a nice intraday bullish hammer reversal candle pattern. Max Green Bop also on the signal, so it's all good. And since I'm only going to allocate 0.5% of my account capital in it, I don't mind only having 1 stop on the position at 9:30. So I want to get long using a limit order at 10:15. It's extended from the 20-day moving average, so I don't want to buy it using the high of the day, I want to just use the close 10:15. And so the only stop is 9:30. And then higher quality signals overall, BOCH. This is a cancelum quality stock that was also in my max green bop for 5 days scan. It's an add signal, so 2% for cancelum, 1% for bop, 3% divided in half. That's a 1.5% signal. Not only that, but the pattern's strong, and I wish it could be bigger, but it technically tried to give 2 long signals, one on the 23rd and one on the 24th. Same thing happened each day. The open and the low is at the exact same price, and the high of the day and the close was 5 cents off each other, which means it put more work in near the lows than it put work in near the highs, and that means it wasn't along those 2 days. Finally, it does a long signal here, but instead of getting it at 11:05 or getting it at anywhere from 11:05 to 11:25, I now have to pay up to 11:35, but it's 1 cent extended from its 20-day moving average. 20-day moving average is 11:09. The low day is 11:10, so that means I use a limit order at 11:35. First cut loss level is the same as it currently is, 10.75. Final cut loss level is the same as it currently is, 1030. So those are my two stop levels for the BOCH ad, 1.5%. Then there's TCS. TCS, this is the disappointing one. TCS was a long signal just the day before, a very nice long signal. You can see it right here. Beautiful. Closed near the high, 558. Got long at 558. Got filled at 557. My first cut loss is at 540, and sadly, it traded down to 538 intraday. So guess where I was taken out? 538 on Friday. Well, it reversed, moved higher, closing near the high of the day at 568. This is a beautiful ad signal. So it's beautiful only because it has the max green bop, the above average volume surge, the bullish hammer candle where the price is closing near the high of the day, only 1 cent off the high of the day. But not only is it an ad signal, but it's a buyback signal. So TCS, this was only in my price volume bop surge scan. It has over a 70 composite EPS and relative strength rating, but those three alone aren't good enough to qualify it as can slim. It's good enough to make it into my can slim scan, but it's half-ass. It's a sub $10 stock, so we're not going to give it any asset allocation based on being a can slim quality stock. It's simply an earnings winner for my price volume bop surge scan. First cut loss level, 538 now on half of my position. Final cut loss level continues to be 518, so it moves below 517. I'll be out of all of it. Hopefully it doesn't move below 537, shake me out, and then move back above 569 on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, or Friday. Or excuse me, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. That would suck, but I really like this signal. I like it better than TLYS because TLYS, do you see the long intraday price range compared to the overall pattern? It's very volatile intraday. Then compare that to TCS. Compare its nice tight previous two buy signals, the one on Thursday and the one on Friday, compared to some of its daily intraday price range. Much more tight, much more contained. That's what I like to see. 568 limit, 538, 518 stops. And then the only swing trade, now that ECYT is out, CBAK want to get long, 135 limit, pocket pivot point signal off the lows. You can see volume drying up as it consolidates here after that initial April pulse. Accumulation day on May, low volume pullback, and we got to bounce that same support, 126. So that's just one clear support level at 125. It moves below 125. I'm going to be all out of CBAC. You could also use 126, but 126, 125, that's where all of this green bop is with the good positive price action. So it moves below 125, will be out, but 135 is the go. As you can see, just based on the way it trades, it's obviously one of those 5-cent stocks. So 135 only, moves below 125, you're out at 120. No questions asked. Wish ECYT could still be a long signal, and that's what this would have looked like. And it's nice to see it work so well that it works before the opening bell on Monday. So keep this pattern in mind. Boom, breakout, pulls back, lower, lighter volume, decent intraday price action. These two bars not so good, and then a bounce right at the old highs here in April, late April highs, right off the 50-day moving average, bullish hammer candle pattern. Remember that for the next time you see it.